Nalini, I'm going to bring you in because at least, with what we are hearing in from the Chief Justice of India right now, he's practically taken up the role of Mr. Koshyari, the governor at that point of time.
Yes, Preeti, and this was one of the arguments that was made by the Uddhav Thackeray faction while the arguments were going on before the Supreme Court. They had questioned the order that was issued by the governor. They had specifically criticized his role in this entire crisis that had accrued in Maharashtra, and they had said that he was not entitled to make these political decisions in the first place. And that's precisely why even the Supreme Court, regarding the role of the governor, has gone ahead and said that the governor is not entitled to enter the political arena and play a role in an intra-party to inter-party dispute. He cannot act on the basis that some members want to leave the Shiv Sena, and the governor cannot.
More so coming in, very interesting. I'm sorry, I'm coming in, but more so coming in, and it's very, very interesting because the latest is that the court says had Uddhav Thackeray not resigned, the court could have given relief. Trust vote was not held.
Yeah. Yes, Preeti, that's the latest coming in from the Supreme Court. They've said, where the Supreme Court said, and it's CJI Chandrachud who's reading out the verdict, he said that had Uddhav Thackeray not resigned, this court could have given relief. Remember, instead of facing the floor test, Uddhav Thackeray had put in his resignation after the order from the governor had come in this aspect, and that was the time when the matter was still going on before the Supreme Court. The Uddhav Thackeray faction had approached the Supreme Court trying to get a stay on the floor test, but at that time no stay was granted. But one thing that the Supreme Court had said is that anything that happens in Maharashtra will be subject to the final outcome of the Supreme Court, which is what is being pronounced today. So whatever is decided today by the top court is what is going to determine the future of the government in Maharashtra. And what the Supreme Court has said is that there was a possibility of Uddhav Thackeray getting relief if he had not resigned as the Chief Minister and had gone ahead and conducted the trust vote first. At the same time, they're also saying that the governor in this entire aspect should not have entered the political arena, and without any objective material before the governor, they should have not asked Uddhav Thackeray to face the floor test, because there was no reason provided as to why the government could not.
I want to ask you, Nalini, I want to ask you from a layman term. The Supreme Court saying Devendra Fadnavis, independent MLAs, didn't move a no-confidence motion. Governor exercise of discretion was not in accordance with the law. The role of the Speaker. Is the Supreme Court indicating that the Maharashtra's current government is illegal?
Preeti, we will not go so far as to speculate that, but let me tell you what the Supreme Court is saying. The Supreme Court is saying that this is an intra-party dispute. There were some MLAs within the Shiv Sena that were not happy, that wanted to break away from the party, and there was a rift between different factions of the same party. But at the same time, this was not enough for the governor to go ahead and call the government's functioning as not a possibility. There was no objective material before him to go ahead and say that the government is not going to be able to function properly and force Uddhav Thackeray at that point to face the floor test. So that is essentially what the Supreme Court
said. It's very interesting. Nalini, it's very interesting because the latest that's also coming in, and Anisha, I'll bring you in. Because the court has said, had Uddhav Thackeray refrained from resigning, this court could have reinstated him. But the court cannot quash a resignation. This is huge. Anisha, can you hear me?
Preeti, this is a very, very delicate balance that the court has made. If you can hear me.
Yes, go ahead.
Preeti, can you hear me? Hello? Yes, if you can hear me, Preeti, this is a big moral victory right now for Uddhav Thackeray, but since he had resigned, the court has very clearly said, we cannot restore you to the government because you chose to resign. However, politically and legally, the court has given a huge amount of ammunition to the Thackeray faction right now by saying that the governor as well as the speaker acted outside of their purview. They could not, the speaker could not have recognized a whip which was not from the political party, but the status quo ante cannot be restored because the governor called the leader of the biggest, largest party in the House, and Eknath Shinde had been recognized at that time by the trust vote as the leader of the House. So after a huge moral victory for the Uddhav faction, legally and politically, Eknath Shinde government will continue in Maharashtra, because even as the court has said that the governor and the speaker, as well as Devendra Fadnavis and his supporters, acted outside of their purview. But with Uddhav Thackeray's resignation, Eknath Shinde was recognized by the House as the leader of the House, and that is why the governor was justified in inviting him to form the government. A big moral victory right there for Uddhav Thackeray, that what happened was not correct, but at the same time, because he himself resigned, he does not get a win, he does not get back the government of Maharashtra. Very clearly, Preeti, this verdict is going to be something that will set out the future of politics in the country. It will set out how a split in the party is considered going forward. But for today, for Maharashtra, this is something that Uddhav Thackeray has lost out on. Back to you.